Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Deadside has been out for a while now, but a recent update and the supposed survival elements has brought it to my attention. The short blurb on Steam sums it up. Deadside is a hardcore multiplayer shooter with survival elements, post-apocalypse, PvP, PvE, open world, realistic craft, base building. There's no doubt Deadside looks amazing, a real peaceful immersion. You're dropped into a battleground where some plague has waged war with all living things. The landscape is scarred, the buildings long abandoned, animal carcasses lay in the fields. You start with a knife, spade and lighter. What more could you want? There is a limited selection of loot to find in game, most of which is focused on combat encounters or... There are a few things you can craft. The table in your inventory lists these and their components. There is also base building in game, and I saw a few impressive structures, but it seems this isn't a terribly important part of the game, as you are drawn into conflict pretty quickly. Items glow when near them, and footfalls are very noisy, so you will hear people approaching. And this, of course, ramps up the tension, which I really love. When you die, and you will die, you can respawn the first time near your death location, but a timer is put on the same location once you spawned there. Any spot where there is guaranteed quality loot is protected by a selection of bot thugs or soldiers. Some of these are crack shots, and they're very persistent. They can hit you from quite far off, but they do remain kind of stationary and upright, and they're easy targets. There's also a second before they fire around, giving you a chance to dodge. If you come face to face with 5 bots though, you're likely to die, because they all fire at once, and if they hit you, then generally you die. Well, at least in the beginning. And the health bar for your character is just a health bar. It doesn't feel as if there's any kind of bone breaking or other effects. Once your health goes to 0, you die. And before that, you get some blood splats on the screen. Feels like quite a basic damage mechanism. The game feels like a combination of DayZ and Scum. It is trying to take that middle ground with quick looting and guaranteed action. You can find a gun pretty easily in this game, and next to it is a stack of ammo. The developer Bad Pixel is clearly after that adrenaline rush of the encounter, not the slow build of a survival game. And this is why the blurb says survival elements, I guess. Probably the most annoying thing about the game is the sector activity alerts. They pop up on the screen and they have an irritating buzzing noise, and it happens quite frequently, and it drags you out of the immersion that the beautiful scenery is providing. I couldn't find a way of turning them off either. The map is excellent. It's detailed. You can interact with it, move it around, you see where you're located. It shows missions and event locations such as drop zones and heavy crash sites, which is once looted. There is a lot to do, but it's all guided by the in-game mechanics and doesn't seem to be player-led. There are also safe zones, as well as some servers providing PvE experiences where you can't actually kill other players. Some of the interesting little things about the game are you can run faster with nothing in your hands, seriously faster, but you can't creep quickly. If you try, you're jolted into a sprint, which I quite like, because actually crouching and moving really quickly is probably quite difficult for any sustained period of time, and it does try and draw in a sense of reality into the mechanics of the player. But I didn't see a way of going prone, which they really need. An interesting element of the game is you can collect money from quests and corpses and can spend it at the trader located by a dollar icon on the map. Here you can buy all manner of weapon and scope. But how about the game? Does it give you that buzz? Well, I think the thrill of Deadside does drive the game. I have found myself running into one combat situation after another, drawn to a live event or desperate to recover all my precious loot from my dead body. I do find the combat a bit clunky and unpredictable. The character sometimes is thrown out of his sprint by slightly turning. There's something about the mechanical movement of the body which doesn't sit right for me, and the surroundings look awesome, but the character model needs some more work. I've seen a lot of videos say that this game has potential, and I would agree. It's a good basis, and it raises a question. Can a game grab a survival game and a battle royale game and mash them together and come up with a product that everybody likes, or that enough people like? I think you can, but you also have to pay real homage to the survival elements, because the reason why the adrenaline rush works so well in DayZ is because you spend so much time gathering your loot and travelling, and you put everything on the line when you enter a battlefield that you've just travelled an hour to. It doesn't quite feel like that with Deadside. It is exciting and it has potential, but where will they go next?